Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Peatbreaker, and today I finally received my overclocked GTX 680 from Zotac. Oh yeah! I was so thrilled, so I just slapped that bad boy into my system and got you guys some footage. Now, as you can see, I'm not playing Battlefield 3 multiplayer at the moment. This is actually single player footage from the campaign Operation Guillotine, if I'm not mistaken. And that is because I thought I'm gonna be showing you multiplayer footage every other day of the week, so why not try out something different? Also, this is pretty interesting because now that the Battlefield 4 single player trailer campaign gameplay thingy got released, we can actually see some differences because it's been quite a while since I played the Battlefield campaign, and I want to take this opportunity and also talk a little bit about this. But let's come back to the 680, and as you can see, I displayed the two frame rates. The one to the left is the one of the 480 and the one to the right is the one of the 680. And as you can see from this footage already, we got around 30 to 40 frames more frames. Wow, that was weird. In the single player campaign, and this is actually played on ultra settings. So I set everything to ultra except for motion blur because I don't like motion blur. I think look, that just looks bad and nobody likes that, so I disabled motion blur. But other than that, everything is on ultra, and this scene right here is pretty nice because there's a lot of explosions and a lot of particles flying around right and left, and I just wanted to display how the 680 actually masters all these different tasks better than the 480. As you can see, I'm still running around 30 frames more, and that is actually pretty significant. In the multiplayer, the difference between the frame rates is not all that big. Sometimes you hit the 40 frame difference, but usually it's around 30 frames more, and that is probably because I'm playing the single player on low settings, and Battlefield is excellent. I mean, it's so well optimized, and even for the 480 I had high frame rates, and now with the 680 I hit around 100 frames average, which is damn cool. Now in this bit, just look at the soldier right in front of me and look at the face of him. He's gonna talk for a second here and he doesn't even move his lips. And what the fuck is this? It looks so bad. I mean, compared to the Battlefield 4 trailer that just got released, it looks like Stone Age. I don't even know. I mean, come on guys, you can't see the difference? Then open your eyes. Really? This is 10 times better. But let's jump back to the 680. I don't actually want to dive into the stats of the 680 here because I think that's kind of boring and nobody wants to see that. And if you're interested in the stats, you can just pretty much hit up any website out there. There's plenty of them, and you can look up the stats for yourself. Now, one thing that I actually like to mention is that the core clock is almost double as high as the one of the 480. And that's pretty important because the graphics card consumes less power. It only uses two 6-pin power adapter supply thingies, and it's actually cooler. And that's so cool because this is a custom designed thingy. It's got like the 3-slot cooler on it, so it's a pretty big graphics card cooler. But that's fine because it always runs around 55 to 60 degrees in single player or multiplayer either, and the 480 was always at 70, and I actually had to crank up the fan of the 480 to get these 70 degrees because otherwise it would run up to 80 or something like that. And this bit here, just look at the explosion. I know it's cutscene for a second, but in a second it's gonna go over to gameplay. And just check the left corner. As you can see, the frame rate goes down to 27, and the GTX 680 goes down to 47 for a millisecond and then goes back to 68. So that is pretty nice because there is a lot of particles and effects. And as you can see, I also played some Arma 3 recently. This is actually wasteland. Look at that explosion. Boom. I mean, okay, the explosion doesn't look too well particularly, but the frame rates, unfortunately I can't display the frame rates here, but it was amazing. Like I always run around 40 to 50 frames now, and the frame rate didn't drop at all. Even with this big explosion right in front of me, there was no frame rate drop or spikes or whatever. It was just smooth and nice, and that's pretty cool. Also, I noticed that the Arma engine only uses about half of my graphics card power. It's like I can have my Logitech 580 in front of me, and I can see how many CPU and GPU power has been used by the game at the moment and what's the temperatures. And it's funny, it's like odd. In Sony Vegas, I use almost more GPU power than in Arma 3. And also the temperature is only around 45 degrees, whilst Battlefield 3 uses up to 60 degrees. So you can see that Battlefield is way better optimized. Also, it has more frames for the quality that it gives. But still, Arma is in alpha, so I guess there's gonna be some major improvements upon the engine here and there. And I'm really impressed by how smooth and how fluent actually everything runs. I mean, sure, it's only in brackets 40 to 50 frames, but on the other hand, it doesn't drops. It doesn't drops to like 10 or 20 frames, even if I'm inside of cities. And that is pretty cool. And just check out how I take this guy out on top. I actually heard him talking, "Can I shoot through my tin in this?" And I was like, "Take this, bitch." And the reactions of my teammates was just invaluable.
Speedbreaker, the beast.
See, he's all about that close quarters combat. That's the man's job. I like just sitting back and being a little wuss, shooting people.
Taking pot shots.
Lol, I had a good laugh about this. So that was pretty much it for this very short 680 breakdown. My system is now pretty much complete. I now have all the parts that I need to deliver some high quality footage, because that's all what my channel is about. And yeah, I'm really excited to pump out some cool footage for you guys. Now also, you might have noticed that I finally am able to upload custom thumbnails. I'm now actually partnered with YouTube, and that's cool because the YouTube partner program didn't come to Switzerland and Austria and a couple of other cities until about the day before yesterday, so Wednesday. And I was happy like a 2-year-old kid. I was like, "Oh my god!" Nice. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me a rating and a comment. And until next time, ciao.